So how I really got back into it is that, once I graduated school, my parents, like I said, we were at that point, we were middle class, middle to lower class. So my parents were like, my dad had that conversation. He's like, listen, man, like, you about to graduate school. So you either got to work or you got to keep going to school, and we can't afford to send you to college. So if you're going to do that, man, you got to do something, but you got to get out of here. You know what I'm saying? So if you're going to work, you could work and help pay bills. You could stay. If not, you got to make a move. Like, like I got 2 younger brothers too, that they were raising as well, So I was like, oh, I bet, that's what's up. I understand that. And I wasn't really ready to go into the workforce at that time. I had homies who were graduated and, they were working at like UPS or doing this or doing that. And I'm like, I ain't doing that. Like I still have football aspirations. I had entertainment aspirations, that I was thinking about. So I said, all right, I'm going to move in with one of my homies. I moved at this time I was living in Rialto, California. Right. So we had from the time I moved in with my pops at 7, we had transitioned over to Rialto, California in the IE so that I could play football at Eisenhower High School.
Boom.
And so I was there, we won a national championship over there. So pops made a good move, So once I graduated, I was like, all right, let me still try to pursue this football thing. You know what I mean? Like, let me try to get a scholarly. So I moved out and I moved back to Walnut, and enrolled in a college called Mount Sac Junior College over there in Walnut, California, which is right next door to Rolling Heights. So I knew everybody in that area from kind of growing up there. Once I got back over there, my cousin Earl, he still live over there. Cousin Earl is still
I think he still does, doesn't he?
Where's Earl at today, man? Shout out to Cousin Earl, man.
He's cousin Earl is still in Rolling Heights holding it down. No bullshit. Cousin Earl is still in Rolling Heights.
Fucking legend. I love that.
Legendary, right?
Yeah.
So I come back to Walnut. I'm rolling Mount Sac. I'm going to play football. I didn't have no bread. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, cuz now, we 3 years removed from the first time he plugged me, and the stakes are higher. You know what I'm saying? I'm out of the house. I've matured a little bit. I understand what's at stake. So I'm like, listen, cuz, like, one more time. You know what I'm saying? I got you this time. I swear. And he is my cousin. He's like, all right, man, look, you don't come back this time, bro. Don't call me no more. You need a loan. I got you. But don't call me for no more fronts. So he fronted me, you know what I'm saying? I think this time he fronted me like a half a P, bro. And I just broke it down, put it all in my backpack, went to campus and just started hitting. You know what I'm saying?
Crippy or brick?
This is crippy.
Woo, here we go.
This is crippy. I'm chronicked out. Yeah, I'm chronicked up now, right? Taught me how to food save. He plugged me. Taught me, you know what I'm saying? Like he put me on. So then I just became known, on campus. If you need some smoke, Chris got the smoke. You know what I'm saying? Hit him. And there was this big quad area on campus where everybody hung out. You know what I'm saying? So everybody kind of going to classes, but you could always come out of class and find the homies, females, whoever, like chilling in this one little area, playing dominoes. I mean, this is junior college, right? So I would just post up after my classes. I post up for a couple hours, make my little sales, and then I go to football practice. I did that for the next 2 years, bro, till I got my football scholarship, to Berkeley. But during them 2 years, that's how I put gas in my car. I had a 1969 Volkswagen Bug, bro. I put gas in my car. I bought my books, paid my tuition, bought J's. You know what I'm saying? Like I was fresh. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I was moving. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's kind of how I put myself through school. And then once I got my football scholarship to Cal, it was a wrap. I was like, all right, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Yep. I'm gonna go to Berkeley. I'm gonna make it to the NFL. I'm gonna do all of that shit. You know what I mean? And that was the dream at that point.
Damn, that's fucking straight determination too.
Bro.
Yeah. Because
that's really where my business acumen and my entrepreneurship, set in, because before then I didn't really have no personal experiences with it from that standpoint. I saw my cousin, he did, you know what I'm saying? He knew he could pay bills. He knew he could do all these things, but I didn't. My experience of it was, well, cousin Earl does that. I tried it. It made me paranoid, so there wasn't really any positives in my brain. I was just like, I need to make it happen. After that 2 years, I'm like, man, I can sustain myself. I can do whatever I want to do. You know what I'm saying? And I'm still only 20, 19, 20 at the time. So at that time, your brain, I'm not developed enough as a man. So I'm thinking I could always do this. No matter what happens in life, I know how to bust down weed and I know how to sell weed. So I could always take care of myself. You know what I'm saying? So that's really when that tattooed in my psyche. Even though I put it down at Berkeley, it was always back there, which, you know, we'll get into when that came back up, obviously a lot later in life, right?
But it just shows you, man, like, just to interrupt, it just shows you, like, God forbid you took that job at UPS. It might have sidetracked you.
Oh, for sure.
God forbid. It kept you focused on, this is the plan. I'm going to stick to the plan.
Yeah, bro.
And then you get mental freedom, which is the first thing it seems like you've had in a while through this story right here, is the freedom of, like, I'm going to be all right.
Yeah, it was
this
a breakthrough.
is going to work out.
Yep. It was a breakthrough.
Yeah.
It was definitely a breakthrough mentally. You know, when I look back at it now, that moment was very instrumental in who I am today as a man and how I think and how I'm able to literally create a brand out of thin air, out of nothing. Yep. You know, it sparked right then in that moment.
Concept to creation.
Absolutely.
What was it like then transitioning and going to Berkeley? That's got to be dope, because
that was dope, man. School. Yo, man, that was, you know, my college years they were literally the best years, you know, of my life. You know, they ran a close second to my 2 years at Mount Sac at junior college. You know what I'm saying? Because at Mount Sac is kind of where I kind of first realized that I could sustain on my own. So as a young man, you know, there's something about that you take that with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm out on my own. I'm living with my boy. I'm giving his mom little grocery money and stuff. Like, you know, my balls. You're
independent.
Yeah, my balls drop. You know what I'm saying? Just like as a man. So when I go into Berkeley, I kind of come into Berkeley with this swag and this air about myself. Like, you know, I'm not like the rest of you students that just came here and you got a scholarship. Man, I actually took care of myself. Man, I sell weed, bro. Like, I'm a man, you know? So you know, I kind of brought that arrogance and that confidence in with me to school. And it had positives, you know, on the football field, you know, when I played, and it had negatives, you know, off the field when I'm trying to have conversations with people and my arrogance kind of gets in the way. You know, it eventually hurt me my senior year because my mouth, you know, got me in trouble my senior year and got me benched, you know, and before then I was I was projected to go in the second round, you know what I'm saying, out of the Pac-10. And the second game of the season, I mouthed off to the press, you know what I'm saying? Cause I was mad that we were losing and, you know, wind up getting myself benched, you know what I'm saying? And not playing my starting position. And then I had to play special teams. So my stock throughout that season just dropped and I wind up having to go free agent, you know what I'm saying, after I graduated. But I was able, you know, to graduate and get my degree. And then I, you know, went free agent, you know, in with the Niners to training camp, you know, after I was done, which was cool. You know what I'm saying?
What was it like playing at Berkeley?
Bro, Berkeley was, you know,
that's a whole different level, right? Just like,
I'll be honest with you. Coming from Southern California and going up to the Bay, you know what I'm saying? It's different. And you guys, just being in the culture of what we do, you understand that LA and the Bay is just different, right? So when I first got there, I was kind of mad. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to lie. Like, I was like, damn, it's slower up here.
This is it. Yeah.
Everybody say hella and blood. And I'm like, you blood, you get shot, you know what I'm saying, where I'm from for saying that. So I kind of had to adjust to the culture as far as not being on campus, right? Because there's a campus culture at Berkeley, and then there's a East Oakland culture and a San Francisco culture and just a Bay Area culture. So playing there, when I first got there, I didn't really like my first semester because I'm like, you know, nobody dresses here. Everybody's a lot more relaxed at Berkeley, man. It's Cal. It's a liberal school. Yeah. There are other issues. Nobody cares what car you drive or what clothes you wearing at Berkeley. You know, they care about world issues. They care about real things. But after I kind of got acclimated to that, right? I'm at this Institute of Higher Learning. My brain opens. You know, I'm sitting in class with all of these interesting individuals from all over the planet. You know what I'm saying? And I'm learning how they think, you know, because you inner city kid from South Central and growing up in a little suburb, you think everybody thinks like you or one way. And I figure out that that's not the case. So I took a very, very good liking to the Bay. You know, after my first semester, I wind up falling in love with the Bay Area. Football was great, you know, playing in the Pac-10. I'm playing against my homies at USC, UCLA. I'm playing these colleges I grew up idolizing as a little kid. So that experience was dope. It was dope, bro. I enjoyed it a lot.
Wow. Something to be proudful of.
Absolutely. And I was the first kid in my family to even go to college. So that was a big deal, you know, not only the first kid, but then you go to Berkeley, you graduate, you play sports. You know, I was family's pride.
Absolutely. What'd you major in?
I majored in sociology and I minored in business.
Damn, that's
Right.
fire.
So the business acumen definitely comes in with this, but I'm such a conspiracy theorist, bro, because of the sociology, part of the major. Right. So I'm learning about Sigmund Freud and the Oedipus complex and communism and how people think and human brain activity and why we do certain things. And that shit, man, just, it was so dope. It's
very interesting.
It was so interesting, bro, because my parents weren't educated enough to teach me about none of that.
I don't think many of us, our parents
bro,
were.
like,
the funny thing is, I never knew that.
Yeah.
I never knew that was your major, and that explains why you are the way that you are.
I told you right now. I told you people learn about each other.
Mind blown, bro. Like, no
100%.
wonder.
It's funny to let people know. Pat Godds brings up, he said, people come to us and say, man, we learn more about our business partners on this show than we knew just from being in business with them. And that's just
so
funny to let them in on the joke.
It's crazy, man. Like, I had a really good time, bro. It taught me a lot, for real.
Is weed in place through this or no? Is there
Nah, you know what? Like, for those next 3 years, bro, it was pretty much non-existent. I mean, that I did a couple deals, with some homies that were in the NFL. And they would come to Oakland to play the Raiders. And, they had their team planes. Yeah. And they would hit me, yo, we come in like, yo,
all the NFL
line me up. You know what I'm saying?
Smoking for the longest.
Bro, line me up, a couple units. I'm going to have such and such, bring you the bread. So, I did a couple of those, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, like, I really didn't touch it. I was kind of on this one track mind to get to the NFL and make millions of dollars and take care of my family. I was like, yo, I'm focused right here. And at that time, I had met my big brother, RIP, Daryl Russell, who was a first round draft pick of the Raiders, like back in like 97. You know what I'm saying? So he and I became very close, and he was playing right there in Oakland, and I'm right there at Berkeley, bro. So I kind of lived like I was in the league already. You know what I'm saying? Like, he and I got very, very tight, and he would give me the keys to his Ferrari, to his Benz. I met, E40, I met B Legit, I met Short, Gary Payton. I met all of these dudes, bro, back when I was, playing at Berkeley, because I was Daryl's little brother who played at Cal, and he was a first round pick of the Raiders. Yep. He was an all pro, you know what I'm saying, for how many every year. So Terrell Owens, everybody, bro, like Andre Rison, literally everybody, I knew all of them. Those were like my big bros.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So that
That's
experience,
a crazy group of
bro, misfits, dog. Yeah. Complete misfits. Like, I couldn't have been around a worse group of guys in college, bro. Like, just watching all their movements. I mean, that also had a lot to do with, me getting benched, my senior year at Cal, because I'm running around, bro. I'm showing up to practice in Ferraris, bro, late. Yeah. Because I just was at E40 house with Daryl. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, whatever. Daryl's like, you're going to be fine. Don't worry. When you get to the league, don't worry about it. Like, Lee Steinberg's going to rep you. I had met Lee way before, my senior year was over. He's a big time agent at the time, repping everybody. Don't worry, bro. Even if you don't play, I got like $30 million, bro. You'll just run my businesses. We good.
Hey, if you like that video and you want to see more, make sure you hit the like button below and subscribe to the channel. First Smoke of the Day clip.